What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Rec Talk. Kind of busy these days, so figured I'd just record this in the truck here. Anyways, so we went back and forth. C-Dog and I did last year with Louisville fans. If you remember, they were getting in like 3 fights before practice, and then they had to dismiss practice at like 11 a.m. one day, and they were like, "That's right. That shows you just how good we're going to be this year." And I was like, man, that's hilarious to me. I think that's not a great thing. Louisville was a team that ended up proving me wrong last year. They ended up going to conference title. Unfortunately, they got beat by what is now the worst Power 4 team in the country. But anyways, so I did a preview video. I want to come out and give kind of my final thoughts for the game tomorrow. One, I messed up when I said he made a bad read. It might have been a bad read if the down to gain wasn't 3rd and 2. But in a 3rd and 2 situation, you definitely get the like short curl right in front of you. Anyways, but a lot of the comments are from Louisville fans are like kind of Dragon Ball Z like one guy was like, I don't think Brahms even opened the playbook this year. This isn't even his final form. It's over 9,000. Also, if you live anywhere in the metro, and I'm not lying, literally every day on my way to pick my kid up, I see at least one ambulance. And these people aren't stopping for them. People in Georgia and Atlanta don't give an F about running over an ambulance or just a flat-out police officer, and they surely won't care about running you over. So anyways, just an aside for that. But yeah, I get that. I get that you haven't shown your playbook. You've only played 2 games this year. This will be Georgia Tech's 5th. Your opponents have a combined record though of 0-6. So I get you got 9 tackles for loss, 6 sacks, something like that. But it's not like you're just playing group of 5 opponents. Like you're playing, I don't know, Memphis or something. You're playing 2 horrible Power 5 opponents. And even if you're playing base, you not showing your playbook has nothing to do with crappy routes. All right? And the difference in running good, crisp routes and crappy routes are everything for your passing game. And I guess your quarterback's thrown the most touchdowns without an interception. Again, I guess that would be impressive if you had played anyone. Now, you might come out and beat the ever-loving soul out of Georgia Tech. That could happen. You could just run us out of the stadium. I do think a lot of you are a little bit too far out in front of your skis on that though. The other thing is, reserving your playbook and playing base defense, you shouldn't be blowing coverages. And you did. I get that I didn't watch a ton of film on you, but you shouldn't have this quarterback run for 1,000 yards against you, and you shouldn't be blowing coverages. So if you blowing coverages is because you're not, opening up your playbook, that'd be like saying, let me put it in tech terms for you, Tech fan terms. I'm trying to solve these problems with algebra and screwing it up. So when I do advanced calculus, I'm going to do perfect though. That's kind of what you're saying with the whole playbook thing to me. And I know that I guess his name's Shuck, Tyler Shuck. We'll see. I know that y'all think he's way better than Plummer. He might be. But anyways, I made these points in the last video too, but Tech's weaknesses have already been exposed, and they know what to work on. They know it's going to be pass rush on defense and pass defense. Tech's been pretty good at stopping the run all year. Tech has some good linebackers that stop the run. We've struggled being mismatched, with linebacker at slot, etc. Strange thing on offense, Tech has struggled with with running the ball, especially against a three-man front. I 1,000% expect Louisville to come out running a three-man front. Now, I think Louisville's opinion is, well, it's hard to tell because their fans will contradict one another. But it seems like you're very happy with your defensive front and think that your backs struggle at times. So it's going to come down to, can Tech, I think Tech's going to have to open it up and throw the ball, but they're going to have to be able to establish a run as well. Now, it's a 3:30 game. Is this on ESPN 2 or something? Who knows? C-Dog and I will be streaming this game on his channel tomorrow. So come check that out. Whether you're a Louisville fan or a Tech fan, or just someone who likes to laugh at me make a fool of myself and you're a fan of another team, come out and watch us. We're going to have a good time. And before we go, I'll say this. Someone said, commented, I think this was a Tech fan too, I'm pretty sure. This analysis, your analysis of Louisville sounds a lot like what you said about Syracuse, and they ended up dominating us, right? And that's totally fair. That's totally fair. Only thing I'll say to that is, like, that's really what the film showed, though. Like, did anyone see Ohio run all over Syracuse and think that Tech was going to struggle to run the ball? No, not at all. I look at Louisville's defense and think Haynes King could potentially run for 150 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns on them. And that's a win for Tech, just in that we've been hesitant to throw the ball downfield, and that gives us an out and not having to do that and be efficient on offense, stay on time, and put points on the board. So that's probably, I usually say what's one stat I could get, from the future without knowing the final score that would tell me who wins the game. It's a little more difficult for me to say for this game. It'd either be the rushing yards for Haynes King or the passing yards for Louisville. Like, if Louisville is able to throw for like 350, 3 touchdowns, I think that's a wrap for Tech. Similarly, if Haynes King runs for 150 and a pair of touchdowns on Louisville, I think that's a wrap too. So it's the first test for Louisville. It's a big test for Tech to show, hey, can they bounce back and get a road ACC win after kind of getting embarrassed up in New York last week. So let me know what you guys think. Hope y'all have a good one. Again, C-Dog and I will be streaming on his channel. I'm going to be going over to his house tomorrow. He's got everything set up. We're going to have a good time. Go watch us stream this game on C-Dog's channel, and I'll talk to you guys later.